Hey guys, you're watching Desimartini and my name is Zinia. Today we have with us the cast of Inside Edge Season 3. There's Richa Chadha, there's Aamir Bashir, there's Tanuj Virwani and Akshay Oberoi. Hi guys, welcome to Desimartini.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Zinia.
Hi, how has your day been?
Fantastic.
Talkative.
Yeah, chatty.
Chatty.
No, because season 3, we had been waiting for season 3 for so long. Everyone was like, season 3 kab aayega? Finally aa raha hai. The excitement is so high that we can't tell you. Like, I had been waiting for it for so long. Finally it's coming out. Richa, we have seen Zarina being considered a pawn in the hands of these two powerful men, played by Aamir, of course, Aamir Bashir sir and Vivek Oberoi. But this time, like you tweeted, she's out there to make success her middle name. So how, do we see a growth in her character, and what would her next move be? Because both these men have betrayed her at one point in time.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Sometimes you have to betray your own.
Yes.
Well spoken, Patil. I think that definitely Dhawan's characters betrayed her far more. He's more aggressive, almost misogynistic and kind of creepy than Bhai Saab, who plays more mind games.
The mastermind.
Yeah, having said that, I don't know if she's grown as a person, but she's definitely, uh, she's probably bought that 33 rules of war kind of kitab and she's studying it, as though she was a sociopathic dictator trying to figure out, how to get back on top. And I don't know if it's true personal evolution, but yeah, she's ambitious. She wants to get back and settle scores, and she wants revenge and things like that. So that will happen, and that's what makes the series more exciting.
Yes.
Her
And
quest, this vengefulness.
I think this season is more about getting back to people and getting the revenge out of everyone, because Vivek Oberoi is not here, but his character is also saying "Badla lenge is baat to." So I think that's more like the underlining thing that's going to happen. Also, Akshay, you are the new entry this time.
Whistle.
Yes. Nice. Thank you.
Kitty podu.
Tell us more about your character.
Well, unfortunately, there are higher powers that won't let me talk too much about my character. There are certain things they're trying to keep sort of under wraps, which they know best. So I can't unfortunately tell you too much. Whatever you've picked up in the trailer, if you can get some, we've dropped some hints about the character there. But unfortunately, you have to watch to see it. But what I can tell you is that there's a great rivalry with my buddy over there, Tanuj Virwani's character, Vayu Raghavan. I also I never really got to play cricket my life growing up in the States. So it was great to learn cricket. And I'm so grateful to the makers of the show and the director to have trusted me to go off and, train really hard and work on cricket. And because, this is a show that's very popular, and it's a responsibility to the fans of a nation like this that loves cricket crazy country, deserves, when we're out there playing these parts, they deserve to watch somebody who kind of knows what they're doing. So I worked really, really hard on getting that right. And as you said, I'm the new entrant, so there's also that responsibility to not, there's a lot of eyeballs on this show, to not mess things up. Tanuj is such a great batsman. People who follow him on Instagram know that he plays every single day and makes videos out of it for people to watch how great he is. So it was, even the stakes were very high for me. So so I had to really get up to speed very quickly, and I did. And now, I hope I did at least. And now, I've sort of fallen in love with the sport myself, and I would like to play more and learn more about it.
Yes, it's like this is getting personal. So it's definitely very personal for you, Akshay.
Oh, definitely very personal. I think all my parts are personal, but that aside, this was personal because it was, look, the greatest part about Tanuj is that there is no ego. When now we've done a couple of things together, there's absolutely no ego. And that's the note we started on, a note of helpfulness, a note of lending a support as a co-star or a co-actor. And that's very important. Even though there's a great rivalry in the show between the two of us, and there's a lot of scenes where we're not getting along, and those things only come out right because Tanuj and I trust each other. There's an ease and a comfort and a respect for each other that actually gets those scenes across the way they are, which is the complete opposite of who we are with each other in real life. So actually, jokes apart, that's the beauty of this show. I mean, when I entered, I felt like I entered a family. These people are very close to each other. The entire cast and crew has lived experiences with each other, and I was kind of like the noob. But thanks, to Richa's a friend, and Aamir and I have done Gurgaon together, and there was a bit of this. Okay, I kind of know some people, so they let me in with open arms.
Yes.
Yeah, one big happy family, ji.
You guys really are one big happy families.
जितना हैप्पी आप बता रहे हो ना, you're one big happy family. शो जब हम देखते हैं और शो का ट्रेलर जो हमने देखा है उसमें तो कुछ और ही लगता है.
ऐसा तो नहीं लगता. But इसलिए वो चीजें निकल के आती हैं because of that, because people have mutual respect for each other.
Absolutely. Also all of you, Aamir, Tanuj, Akshay, and even Richa, you guys had joined the web space way before, the web had suddenly boomed, because it kind of boomed at later stage, and now, now that it's getting now that it's getting so popular, there are actors who have claimed that the space has lost its purity. Like जैसे Nawazuddin Siddiqui ji ने कुछ दिन पहले कहा था that this space is also becoming a dhanda. Do you feel that there is more more intrusion in the web space as well now?
No, I mean, listen, Nawaz is a very respected actor. I think everyone here respects him greatly. He's done a lot of great work. I think every actor has to look at things from their own, personal point of view. So I'm speaking personally here. I'm not speaking on behalf of anyone else. I wasn't getting all kinds of offers in the movies. And I'm a very, very, very hungry actor who loves to act. So when this thing started coming from OTT space, I jumped at it, and I will continue to do more of it because, like in any business, there are going to be quality projects, and there are going to be products that are not as defining or path-breaking. It's going to happen across the board. Even if you go and buy a pair of sneakers, the same thing is going to happen. So you have to find the one that appeals to you most and work in those projects. And I think it's really shaping our industry. In fact, it's giving competition to movies. This is, my personal view on. I think movies will get better as a result of people going to the OTT space and watching it the way they are. So, and I think, I have a career today because of the OTT space. So I could never have anything but the greatest gratitude for this space.
Also, I think people should stop seeking purity. That is a problem that is there in, societies and, nations. Seeking this kind of purity means marginalizing and otherizing, which is not pure. Whereas the reality of the situation is that everything is mixed up.
Absolutely.
So whoever is firstly, because of what we call content, I believe cinema is dead. So purity you can forget about. It is only about content and mediums or media mixing and, TV and OTT and film, everything is available on your phone. So everything is mixed up on this device. The pandemic has probably killed all theater going audiences and, the cinema, the big screen experience, even though some theaters have opened in some places, people are not going. But I think the problem remains that if you're seeking purity, then you are going down a slippery slope. That you're not going to get in a globalized whatever the current world that we live in. Purity is something. वो घर में ही मिलेगा. Family.
I disagree with both Nawaz and Aamir. Nawaz, I disagree with.
Headline of this interview. I disagree with both Nawaz and Aamir.
Please don't give her ideas. I'm just saying that for someone who basically debuted Netflix first original in India, Sacred Games, starring Nawaz. I think in every space there's bound to be all kinds of content. It's like a buffet. You have some masterpieces that you don't get to maybe watch otherwise, and you'll have all kinds of things catering to other people. If he's saying it's dhanda, then yeah, this is showbiz. You can't remove the business aspect of it. And
Yeah.
अगर आपको business aspect remove करना है तो आप theater कर सकते हैं. That is always there. That's one place where you can seek purity, and I think you can still seek purity. And I don't think cinema is dead. The South is a great example to look at. The way that their industries have sustained despite the pandemic, the openings that have occurred for megastars despite the pandemic, and that has to do a lot with keeping a ceiling on ticket prices, which doesn't happen here. Yes, do we need more screens in India? Yes. If I had hundreds of crores, I would have started screens. I would have started screens in India that would only show independent films, because is there an audience for them? Yes, there is. That
But
audience,
Richa, you don't have
unfortunately-
more screens. You don't have more screens because it is not viable for the dhanda aspect today.
No, but this is an interest.
आप तो चैरिटी की बात कर रही है. मेरा शौक है, इसलिए मैं 100 करोड़ में डाल दी.
नहीं, मैं चैरिटी की बात नहीं कर रही, क्योंकि कोई हॉल में टिकट के बिना आ नहीं सकता. मैं चैरिटी की बात बिल्कुल नहीं
और
कर
आ नहीं रहे अब, क्योंकि अब सब फोन पे मिल रहा है.
वो भी नहीं है. बात ये है कि अगर मैं कोई बहुत बेहतरीन फिल्म देखना चाहूँ, कई बार ऑप्शन नहीं होता है but to pirate it. People like you and me might withstand it, but a lot of people just pirate it because there's no access. Is it true that if you want to watch a film in Mussoorie, you have to drive down to Dehradun because not a single cinema hall exists in Mussoorie anymore? So these structural problems with the coming of the multiplexes, the decline of the single screens, we have to really investigate. I really wonder why the bigger players, the ones who have a stake in the business, the big daddies of the game, why they don't just sit down and do it. I don't know.
That is true. There are some places, I mean, there are quite a few places that do not have theaters. I was in Manali. I wanted to see Thalaivi. I couldn't because the nearest theater was in Kangra, which is quite far. So, yeah, I mean, it's there.
Okay. Yeah.
And, okay, coming to the final question. Barring you, Akshay, all of you, Richa, Aamir, Tanuj, you guys have... Richa is laughing.
The LOL kind of person. Sorry, मेरे को आ जाती है हंसी बीच में. माफी चाहती हूँ.
Richa is happy for you, basically.
Richa is a happy soul.
Yeah, happy go luck.
That's true.
Sorry, Zinia, we are running short of time. Can you just
she was
please wrap?
asking.
Yeah. Last question.
Last question, yes.
Hanji. Okay.
Yeah. Barring you, Akshay, all of you, Richa, Aamir, Sir, and Tanuj, you guys have returned as a character, and you guys have been playing this character since 2017. Aamir, Sir, a little later. But, during the pandemic, these characters are not really like very simple characters. To return to such a grey space, it takes a lot of your energy. And given there was also the situation of the pandemic while you had been shooting, I'm pretty sure it must have been difficult. Was it really difficult for you to get back to the zone, or was it like easy?
Okay, so I'll let you in into a little secret. We actually got done shooting a majority of the third season before season 2 even came out. And so we were ahead of the game. We just lucked out over there. There wasn't much downtime between season 2 and season 3. So I feel that one sense of momentum for Aamir sir, for Richa, for me was already sort of there. It was almost like one really long season. And of course, then we had pickups and a few shoots during the pandemic. But I don't know. I think it's like riding a bike, like once you know the beats of your character and where all you can take the character and where all the writers would like you to take the character, it was all right, and Karan and the writers have always ensured that they throw us into like some unique situations and some different strives, be it personal or professional, and how these guys cope with it. They've also given us a lot of leeway. They trust us with the material, and they know that we would do right by to our characters. So was not difficult for me personally, at least.
Okay. Was it difficult for you, Aamir sir, Richa?
No, like I said, Tanuj said, we had finished the shoot before the pandemic. We just had a couple of days of patchwork left. And at that time, I think we were quite relieved we were going back to a shoot, even though we were kind of slightly apprehensive, with crowds and everything. But Excel being an excellent producer, they had all the protocols in place. It was only a couple of days of work, and I was really looking forward to shooting again. I missed it a lot.
And we were looking forward to season 3. After season 3 comes out, the question is going to be season 4 kab aayega? Because this is such a loved, series. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the Desimartini. It was lovely chatting with you guys, and thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you, Zinia.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Zinia.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.